On with the rest of our bulletin now, because classes have resumed at Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke in the northwest. The school found itself at the centre of a race row last week when a picture showing black pupils seated separately from white classmates went viral on social media. Lessons were disrupted after political parties protested outside the school. eNCA reporter Masego Rahlaga is at the school for us this morning and joins us now live from there. So, Masego, give us an idea of what's happening there today.
Well, Tembegile, it's a bit quiet today compared to the scenes that we saw last week. There are, a few officials who are visiting the school, of course, with regards to that investigation by the Education Department. They've roped in also the South African Human Rights Commission, and both these bodies are here today to start with that investigation, with the MEC saying it'll take about 2 days. As you said earlier, classes have resumed, but we have seen only a few pupils actually attending class today. So classes have resumed, but it's not normal. Learning actually has been disrupted. But I do have with me Tembegile, a committee member, a district committee member of the Young Communist League and the SACP. His name is Pule Ramabodu, and he joins me now live. Tate Ramabodu, thank you very much for joining us on eNCA. I just wanted to ask you, first of all, you were here last week. Are you planning to be here every day? If so, why?
Yes, we were here last week, and then we are planning to be here on regular basis as a part and parcel of our Joslovo Right to Learn campaign as the Young Communist League. And then part of the things that we have experienced here today, we are not happy. However, we welcome the fact that the Human Rights Commission is here to investigate the racial tendency, and part of the things to investigate the transformational agenda that we seek to achieve, all of us enshrined within democracy. And then moving forward, we have seen white rented security guys here with guns, loitering around with guns, and then we are not going to take that thing easy as a Young Communist League, because it is something that is being used as a way of to intimidate black people around this community, together also to intimidate students, black students who are attending a school here. And now, as the Young Communist League, we take these things as a declaration of a war against members of this community, and we are calling for the resignation of Mema Tabanelo, the district second education manager in Dr. Russo Musumpat, because we have lost the confidence in this mama. And then one other thing, we are calling for the National Department of Basic Education for intervention in this situation that is happening here in Laerskool.
Now, Tate Ramabodu, I understand that the situation that we're dealing with since last week is with Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke, but would you want the investigation that the Education Department has started along with the South African Human Rights Commission to perhaps spread to other schools in the northwest? Do you feel that this is not the only school where there is alleged racism?
No, this is not the only school with an alleged racism tendency. Schools around our province, this tendency it has forever been occurring. Because remember that racism is used as a way of a black person must feel inferior to a white person. It's used as a way of taking a dignity of a black person in order for a black person to feel less of a human being. So ultimately that a black person or a student of a black person must not resign, but then drop out of the school. And then what we are going to do as the Young Communist League, together as members of the community and the SACP, we are going to mobilize all members of the society to come and rent this school ungovernable if the National Department of Basic Education is not going to come up with an intervention of any nature for the betterment of this community. Remember, we are calling for the enforcement of affirmative action, Employment Equity Act, because these things are neglected on the basis that white people, each SGB must only be comprised of only white people who will be using policies or manufacturing policies as a way of denying a student of a black parent an access to education. Thank you very much.
Dr. Ramabodu, my other question to you, sir, with regards, and I understand that your plight, you want to be heard, you want the pupils to be able to come to school and sit with anybody and be friends with anybody that they want to be friends with. But classes are being disrupted. The academic year has already started. Are you not worried that this is going to, not be for the betterment of these young pupils who are here, obviously, to get educated?
No, obviously we sympathize with our brothers and sisters, our kids in particular, who came to register in this institution. But then, like you have just said, we want to make sure that we exposes the inability of the district managers of the education in our Dr. Party, in particular in the province. Their inability to lead, their inability to be rented by the white guys who forever give them money in order for them to sugarcoat issues. Real issues that are happening, real issues that are affecting our own black people. That is why we are calling upon for the resignation of the district second area manager called Mema Tabanel, so that we can have a leadership that will then take the interest of this community at heart and then see to it that community will be very happy about the integration that needs to be implemented in this particular institution.
Thank you very much for joining us live on eNCA. Dr. Ramabodu, there's Tembegile, as you heard. There was and there still is private security on the school premises. We did ask the Education Department those questions, and they told us that according to the law, the SGB is allowed to appoint a private security. But the problem, of course, was the fact that they were armed. They had to be disarmed, and we actually witnessed one of them who actually still had a gun, with the Education Department representative telling him that he would take him off the premises if he doesn't disarm himself.
eNCA reporter Masego Rahlaga, let's leave it there for now.